Hey guys, welcome back to another video here on Toned In Entertainment, where we love pop culture. Today, it's time for another comic book review. Now, I remember several months ago when I went to my comic book store and I saw the first issue of DC's Dark Knight Death Metal. I remember asking my clerk how many issues are in this series, and I remember them telling me 7. Well, yes, they weren't lying technically, but over the course of time, well, we've gotten many more issues in the series, including a 5-issue miniseries in the Justice League, as well as many one-shots. But I have to give credit to all those who worked on this series. They did an outstanding job, for the most part, of making almost everything they put out really essential. And now, after several months and many crazy stories, it's time for the final showdown. Will the Batman who laughs be able to manipulate his way to victory, or will Diana be able to shut him up once and for all? Well, let's get on with my review of DC Dark Knight's Death Metal issue number 7. Going into this battle, Diana knows that her friends and her former foes have an uphill battle. And it's brilliantly illustrated here as you have the two titans battling it out up in the sky while their two sides battle it out down on the ground. One of the reoccurring tendencies with the Batman who laughs is he loves to taunt. But Diana finds a very interesting way of shutting up this menace, and that's by shrinking down one of his vanquished Earths and stuffing it in his mouth like a baby's pacifier. But being the big old baby that the Batman who laughs is, he throws his hand up in the air like he's having a temper tantrum and flings the Titans into the sky, forcing Diana to become unfocused and have to go rescue them. And that was just enough of a distraction for the Batman who laughs to get in a cheap shot on Diana of colossal proportions. And how hard was Diana hit? Well, let's just say this is no theme park she landed in, as she wakes up 160 million years in the past. But she will only have a moment to take a breath till the Batman who laughs continues his assault in the prehistoric past. Now, just because Diana and the Batman who laughs aren't in present day, that doesn't mean that our battle has slowed down. The Robin King leads a charge against some of DC's mightiest, from Batman and Nightwing to Solomon Grundy and the Joker to Destro, Poison Ivy, and Mr. Freeze, as they're trying to put these annoying goblins on ice for good. Now, while our heroes will continue fighting it out in present day, Diana and the Batman and laughs keep going back through time. But just how far exactly? Well, they've ended up in the beginning of it all, as Diana is face to face with the hand that made the multiverse. Diana believes that all that's left is to destroy the Batman who laughs, but the one who laughs tells her before she makes a move, she should close her eyes and see what that future would look like. And much to Wonder Woman's sadness, the future she sees that if they actually do win, the hands will just undo them and they will cease to exist. The Batman who laughs tells her she only has 2 options. If she keeps fighting him pointlessly, the hands will be stronger than both of them and erase the universe. And the other option is to surrender to him. He'll destroy the hands, and her friends on Earth can be safe and living in a happy paradise. And Diana's gonna do pretty much what I think most of us expect her to do, and that's fight, because we know that she does not trust the Batman who laughs, and he will not give them this life of paradise like he says. And instead of shaking hands in agreement, Diana gives a big boot to the hand that shows the Batman who laughs she has no intention of surrendering. Not only is this crucial for the Battle of the Titans in the past, but those in the present will be able to feed off this energy. And now back to our Clash of the Titans, as it's time for Diana to really heat things up. As she lays a wallop on the Batman who laughs, not only is he growing afraid of her, but now she is the one who is laughing. As the onslaught of offense continues by Diana, they fast forward all the way to the end of everything, and even with his last breath, the Batman who laughs will still try to manipulate her, but Diana goes forward and stuffs the Batman who laughs into the flames. Now, over this 2-page spread, Diana will begin to hear some voices as she believes it's the hands trying to talk to her. When she questions the voices, the hands feel it's only appropriate that they take the form of someone that they truly admire, and that would be her. The entity tells Diana that she fought for good, even though she knew it could cost her everything, and that they have never seen something foolish or admirable, and this has caused them to rethink their methods. That their multiverse will be restored, but it will be quite different. It's going to have no walls or boundaries, but it will also have greater threats, but yet even greater possibilities. Now, Diana is not dead, but there will be a cost, and that she will have to ascend to help protect this new reality. Now, this reality appears to be pretty awesome, as we see DC's finest having a huge party, living it up, and really having the time of their lives. But come on, this is comics. You know it's not going to just end with a complete 100% happy ending, as Barry goes up to Wally West and he tells him he has something very important he needs to tell him. Barry tells Wally he needs to vibrate to 160.4 gigahertz, a frequency that has never been used, and this will take them to the dark side of the moon, where they will end up in a secret base they are calling Totality, a place where superheroes and villains have put their differences aside to work for a common cause. We learn that Earth has been restored and our heroes are back in a time before the attacks of the Batman Who Laughs. But there's still something that isn't sitting right, that some of the dead have not returned, including major player Darkseid, who hasn't been accounted for. We also learn that not just new Earths are forming, but an infinite amount of multiverses as well. Now, for the most part, things are going good for the ones who have survived, but there is one startling revelation that has them paranoid, and that is that their Earth is no longer the center of the multiverse. That there's two centers, possibly another Earth, but the fears are this one might be some type of alpha world. Now, to wrap up this series, we get a moment between Rock and Hawkman, where Rock's hope is that we can all see things through new eyes, just like Diana did. That we see everything we do, every story, mine and yours and theirs is ours, and it all matters always. Wow, what a great conclusion to such an epic series. Now, my final score for issue number 7, the final issue in the Death Metal series, is gonna be a 10 out of 10, because honestly, there's nothing I would change in this book. The writing by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo is nothing short of brilliant. There's some laughs. There's villains like Lex Luthor laying their life on the line to help arch enemies in hopes of a better tomorrow. And even when villains like the Robin King think they have the upper hand, they find ways for our heroes like Batman to turn the tide. The artwork as well is exceptional, as there's several artists who contribute to the series finale. Alright guys, well that's going to be the final review for DC Dark Knight's Death Metal series. Now, what did you guys think of this final issue, and what did you think of the series overall? I absolutely loved it. Leave me a comment down below. And for all you DC fans out there, well, the party is not stopping, because now we have Future State. It's time to hit the reset button on the DC universe. Now, this week there are 6 issues. I've got them all. I've read 2 of them already, and I'm going to be putting together one video every week to recap what's going on. So guys, make sure you subscribe here to Toned In Entertainment for future videos. Subscribe to the channel. Do it. Go now. Do it now.